G'day, Spartan Willie here, and welcome back to our McLaren Motorsport Manager F1 2021 Manager Mod save. Okay, so I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Welcome back. It feels like our days at McLaren could be numbered, but here's hoping they're not. Today we've got Zandvoort, but just before we jump straight into it, we're going to go through our comments from the last episode. Our first comment here is by Bump and Run. I haven't seen many comments from them before, but thanks for commenting. It says, keep up the awesome content, bro. Cheers for that, means a lot. Next up we have F1 Toby, says, solid race, best of the rest. Yeah, I think it was solid. Best of the rest is solely all we can do because of Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari. Thanks for your comment, F1 Toby. Next up, Riley Hall says, okay result from the team, definitely could be better. You got this. Thanks for the support. Hopefully we can keep the job and do a bit better. It's a decent result, but yeah, not really what Zach Brown's looking for. Mostly down to our own fault because we said we'll get second this season. But anyway, William Hughes says, okay, thanks for telling me how to fix it. Awesome to hear you got your problem solved. No worries, helping out. And William Play says, do you play F1 2021? I sure do. However, I get a bit bored of the career mode, so I play with my mates and I play a career mode every now and then. But yeah, I do own it, and I'm willing to play that on if they want to play. Let me know down in the comments below. I have it on Steam, however, on computer. And finally, in our country trilogy that we got going on here, we got Zach K. So am I going to be able to remember the order? So Belgium this week. So it went China, Australia, USA, Hungary, Belgium. I believe that's the order. Let me know if I got that right. Thanks to everyone for your commenting. It's great to have you guys interacting with the series, and yeah, keep it up. Alright, so we've got plenty of parts to work on coming up. So we got the suspension that's just been completed, and we got a re-wing that's 4 days away, and now we got a problem with the ECU apparently. Things happen, let's fix it. So I've got all the money in the world, so we can throw away $500,000. No point taking the loss on the card. Let's have a look here. What part do we work on? Now, suspension's a real trouble area for the car, so work on the reliability of that one, and we'll put it on the car before I forget. I don't think I've forgotten to put a new part on the car just yet. We'll give it to Lando the better part, and then we can improve the second part a bit to make it a bit more fair. Oh no, we got a politics vote, of course, my vote. So we're just going to vote for, we're going to do one voting power. Advanced ERS, they asked me to choose a vote, I did, and it's been rejected. Alright, you guys are boring as, but anyway, we're going to continue on here as if they got rejected. I mean, we've got $1 million to throw away, I suppose, but still a bit disappointing. Don't want to create a bit more of an interesting dynamic next season, but let's design a new part. So we've worked on rear wing, which actually looks like it could be a decent part. We just need to keep going with the engine, which the test track will be done in 2 weeks. So we've got to build some quick parts here before the test track is complete and we can get back on the engine. We'll work on, I suppose we'll work on another rear wing because we already made one. We may as well give another one to the other driver, whoever that may be. We don't know who we're going to give the best parts to. Right now it's Lando, could always change, but that is part of being in a team, isn't it? So let's work on this new rear wing, put that in the car before I forget. Where is it? Lando, there we go. Lando Norris, wet weather training. Yep, Rainmaster, done. Easiest 100 grand I've ever spent my life. Improving the driver's skills, easily good investment. Now that rear wing is already done, which is pretty awesome. We're going to work on the performance of that rear wing and go forward to when this one's done, and we're going to design another part. So what part are we going to work on here? The gearbox is taking quite a tumble, so I know I wanted to keep that 2 weeks window clear just so we can work on an engine straight away, but this seems to be quite urgent because we've got another sort of different colored column that we need to get back up into the good green. So there we go. Okay, so this rear wing we've just finished building is actually going to be best on grid if we can get the right reliability there. I think we risk it and use it anyway. It's in progress. There's no way of going out with a 40% rear wing, but that is awesome to see. We have the best rear wing on grid. We don't have any of the best parts, but we got quite a few up there in the top 3. So hopefully, in fact, our entire car's taken over Ferrari, but they have a good engine. So it's still going to be a bit of a challenge to see us do well against them, but we'll see. I'm going to go do practice Q1, Q2 at Zandvoort, and I'll see you for Q3. Alright, Q1, Q2 practice in the books. It's Q3 times Zandvoort. No rain by the looks of it, so it's going to be on straight pace, which isn't always where we want to be, judging by the obvious inferior opponents that we have. But we're going to go out on probably 2 super soft runs. I think the lap time's a bit long for 3, but it's close. So we'll try and give it our best shot to get 3 runs in here. Setup's at 98%. I've tried playing with a tie cam, but can't quite get it over 98. So I think that's going to be where we have to leave it. We're going to send out Lando first for the second run. Track grip's at the highest anyway, so we're not sacrificing any time on the track. 8 and 10 is not really want to be. Lando was in P 4 in Q2, but maybe because he's on the other tyre compound. If we get a third run, I'll definitely give them both a go on the other tyres. So, in fact, Lando's on a good lap, so is Ricciardo, so I won't bring him in just yet. But, I mean, Lando doesn't improve. Ricciardo goes up one position, that is frustrating, but is he going to make it in time? Get a quick try. We're going to try it. Just send him out, hope for the best. Where's Ricciardo? I don't think he'll get on time, but we're going to just send it and hope for the best. Send him out. Come on, 3 runs, 1 on the other tyre. Lando might not make it, I don't think Ricciardo has a chance. And Lando coming up to the final, no, he won't make it. But that is not a great qualifying session. Straight pace, we're not quite there. And Gasly is always there. That AlphaTauri seems to be quite the beast of a car. He's the beast of the driver. And I've actually been requested to sign him. So, if we do have a second season McLaren, which is looking quite unlikely regarding our job position, but, could be an option. But onto the race. All right, race day. We've got to make a massive improvement over qualifying if we're going to keep Zach Brown happy. But we'll see what we can do. We got the right intel for race time because we focus on that in practice. Setup's fine. We're going to go on. We should probably have a look at the tyre wear actually. So how long's this race? Let's have a look. 58 and tyre is, yeah, it's fine. We can one stop today quite easily. We'll give him, push on the start. All right, let's kick things off here. Come on, boys. Right along board Norris. Hopefully we don't drop back from the start. Get a couple positions. Gasly falls back. We could be in for a good race, but not a good start there. Vettel dive bombing Ricciardo. He's going to drop down a 10th, but and Norris is going completely off the track. Quickly turn that off. I don't want to watch him drop back. And that is literally the worst possible start. Oh, not the worst possible. Obviously could be worse, but damn, not what we need right now. Not what we need. Vettel's right up there. Good on him. I don't know where the pace from the midfield's come from with AlphaTauri and Aston Martin, but that's fine. I was going to go for a move on Max Verstappen and Ricciardo, old teammates, and Ricciardo pushes him out onto a bit off the track there, but gets the elbows out, gets the move done. Why is Norris over there? I don't know why Norris is over there. He's sort of gone off back there, but anyway. Ricciardo's going to look to maybe get a move down the left side of the Aston Martin. Won't happen. And back onto the pit straight here. So we're going to go a bit forward in time, keep using a bit of fuel. We've got to get as much of a recovery for Lando as possible. We're going to tell him to stop pushing his tyres, so we'll calm down a bit. We'll get into a bit of a race pace going on here. Not doing too bad for Ricciardo. Lando still hasn't really improved on his position, but what do you do, I suppose? We're going to tell him to stop pushing a little bit and keep him on neutral. Use these tyres because the one stop's not going to even be tight here, I don't think. On a fresh set of softs, we should get at least 40 laps. So as long as we pit within over lap 18, we're fine, which we've already almost crossed, which is fine. I'm just telling myself everything's fine, so it's working. But Yuki, we've overtaken Yuki on track, which is exactly what I want to see. And wasn't it Gasly, the AlphaTauri up here before? Now it's Yuki. They've just done a bit of a switcheroo. Ricciardo's actually got decent pace in the cars that are already pitted, so he could be in for not a podium, but maybe a 4th or 5th. I'm not naive enough to go ahead and say podium. But the other boys still won't have to pit because they were on the softs at the end of the first stint pretty early. We're going to pit Ricciardo now because we don't want him to lose too much time. Going safe. 36 laps, yeah, should be fine. And Norris, we're going to let him go out for another lap. Jump on board him. Pit him in, and he's still in P15. Not the best race from Norris. Quite a shame. Quite a shame for Lando today. He just never recovered from that. He went off by probably about 2 meters. He didn't even go near a barrier, and he's still, I don't know. Not his race today. Just didn't wake up, didn't have a good breakfast, and he's down into P19. But we're almost halfway through this race, and Ricciardo's in the good running. So if the other boys pit, we could see him fly up the order. We'll see how we go. We won't count our chickens just yet, but Ricciardo might be in for a cheeky result here. Oh, I thought he was going to crash out then. That would have been horrific. That would have just destroyed my morale at the team. But this is actually the same track as Silverstone, I believe. So yeah, it is. I can tell by the grandstand. So Ricciardo did crash out here at Silverstone last time out. So hopefully it's not cursed. But we'll go ahead here. In the all-dry race, it's not the most eventful. The other boys still haven't pit yet. These tyres have got 27 laps. So yeah, I think if they're much worse than our tyres, they're going to have to box. That gap sort of opened up a little bit. We're going to give Ricciardo a bit of pushing power on the engine mode. And yeah, Lando will easily make it to the end before going below 30%, I believe. Ricciardo, maybe not. Maybe we'll tell him to conserve a bit. it's worth conserving for a few laps to make sure we don't have to box again, or we don't lose too much pace come the end of the race. That would be a disgrace, and I'd have a sad look on my face. Quick wrap right there. 10 laps to go. Look after the tyres, a little bit lovely to see. We'll tell Lando to get on the same boat because we are losing a bit of tyre wear. He can go and overtake. He's been lapped. Hopefully, he can get in the points. Don't like his chances. He's 15 seconds off, or 12 seconds off Gasly, about 15 off Stroll. So, yeah, Zach Brown is watching on in absolute disgust right now, it has to be said. But Perez pits, we're going to take his spot. The Mercs and the Red Bull right behind us, though. Will Ricciardo be able to keep him at bay on these worn tyres? Maybe, maybe. I mean, that happened quicker than I thought it was going to happen. Bottas all over the back of Ricciardo. We're going to speed through. Not long to go in the race now, and he's got 33%, so lucky we conserved, or else he wouldn't have a chance of getting through to the end of this race. Just watching Lando's fuel, make sure he doesn't run out of fuel, and 3 laps to go. Have we been lapped? Hopefully we've been lapped. I don't think we have. Hopefully just so we can end 1 lap earlier and beat Bottas. We definitely haven't been lapped, not even close. So we're going to tell Norris to stop pushing so hard on the fuel. Ricciardo, I don't like his chances here, but going on to the final lap here, we may as well just destroy these tyres. There's no point holding out on them. Give Lando a bit of fuel. He's not even in a battle, so why are we even risking a crash here? Let's just coast through a neutral for Lando. But Ricciardo could be in for a cheeky P5, which wouldn't be too bad. Not quite second, but 4th is sort of where we are. Best of the rest. Oh, okay. What are you doing to me, game? You scared me there. Oh, he's finished. He was lapped. Okay, of course. We attacked with the extra fuel. Not the best race from Lando. He can only look at himself for that one, unfortunately for him. No scapegoat there, but Ricciardo will come home in a P5, and oh boys, what could have been? What could have been? A P5 and 6 would have gone down an absolute treat. But anyway, we could do better than though. He reckons we could do better. With the car that we have, I'm not sure, but we're in the 3rd best car in grid. Finishing 5th is literally the definition of 3rd best car in grid, because the other 2 cars are in front of you. Anyway, that is that. 5th place and 13th place. We saw what happened in the race. Ricciardo put in a good shift. I think the strategy helped him out massively because they had to pit. So again, the Q2 soft strategy, you can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong there. Chairman happiness at 35%. Ouch. It's getting scary now. It's getting scary. I think we're in the red zone of chairman happiness. If we have a look here. No, it's just not quite there, but it's close. Yeah, who knows how many races we have left. Like I said, they're kind of numbered. I think 3 or 4, unless we get a good result. But let's enter this. No, I wouldn't. I support my drivers. Sorry, Lulu. Well, not really, because I do support my drivers. I mean, Lando had a bad race, but Ricciardo's had a bad race. It doesn't really matter. They're giving it their all, but not much you can do when your car isn't quite there at the top, boys. So that is that. Hopefully, we continue on for the rest of the season. We'll see how we go. Not a bad result there. And as you see there, the wins have been hogged by Mercedes and Red Bull, so it shows their absolute dominance. I don't think I've seen dominance like this in any save. It's unreal. But hope you enjoyed this episode regardless. Leave a like if you did. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And join the Discord server. I love having chats with you guys in there. And I will see you in the next one.